A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Jesus took with him Peter, James and John, and led them up a high mountain where they could be alone. There in their presence he was transfigured. His clothes became dazzlingly white, whiter than any earthly bleacher could make them. Elijah appeared to them with Moses, and they were talking with Jesus. Then Peter spoke to Jesus. "Rabbi," he said, "it is wonderful for us to be here. So let us make 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah." He did not know what to say.
Then a cloud came, covering them in shadow, and there came a voice from the cloud, "This is my son, the beloved, listen to him." Then suddenly, when they looked round, they saw no one with them anymore but only Jesus. As they came down from the mountain, he warned them to tell no one what they had seen until the Son of Man had risen from the dead. They observed the warning faithfully amongst themselves and discussed what raising from the dead could mean. The Gospel of the Lord.
Hello everyone, it is I, Father Philip, and today I'm going on a little trip. Would you like to come and join me on my daily exercise? Come, let's see what we can see. So here we are in Staines Town Centre. It's a really busy place with lots of people buying things, people selling things, people looking at things. It is quite the place to be. There's so much to see and there's so much to do. It's great when Staines is busy like this, but sometimes it can all be a bit too much. You can get very tired and very stressed. In the Gospel today, Jesus is with his disciples. They've been following him everywhere, and it's not been very easy. Sometimes they felt a bit silly following him around the streets, and there's been crowds of people asking for all sorts of things, and some of them have not been very nice. It's been quite a busy and stressful time, and some of the disciples are wondering if they should give up because they're finding it quite hard. Jesus knows what his followers are going through, so he decides to take them away to somewhere different. Jesus does what we do when we're finding things a bit too much. He takes his disciples somewhere high up where they can see much more clearly. So here we are at the top of the Elmsley Centre car park. This is currently the highest point in Staines. From up here you can see absolutely everything. Over here you can see the bus station and the railway line and the outdoor car park. Over here you can see the shopping centre, and behind me you can see the Premier Inn and also the Empire Staines building. When you're up here away from it all, everything is so much clearer. You can get such a better view of everything. Life begins to make much more sense. Jesus didn't take his disciples to a car park, but instead up a high mountain where in the bright light they could see everything so clearly. All the things they found confusing seemed to be much, much clearer. They could now see the path that they would need to follow. And Jesus also gave them a clue about what might happen next. The disciples really enjoyed it up the mountain because not only could they see everything clearly, but they felt so relaxed and so at home. They said to themselves, "It is wonderful for us to be here." They could have stayed up that mountain forever. Unfortunately, though, they did have to come back down. They had to get on with ordinary life, and there were other jobs for them, other tasks that only they could do. But although the disciples did have to come back down, they never forgot the wonderful things that they saw up there, and that gave them so much courage and joy. They would always treasure the beautiful things they had seen in their hearts, and so knowing what they now knew, they were happy to keep following Jesus. Most of us will not get the chance to go up a mountain anytime soon, because there aren't many mountains in Staines. But whenever we're feeling afraid, worried, lonely, disappointed, anxious, stressed, confused or upset, there is a place we can go where we can see clearly. You see, there is a place like a little mountain in each of us. It's in our heart, and it is called our soul. And it is the most special part of us. It is there that we meet God, and God meets us. In fact, God is always waiting for us there. And we can go to this mountain whenever we want to, whenever we need to, whenever we feel like it. We can go there wherever we are, at any time. And God will give us special strength and peace. And we go there whenever we pray. There are lots of different ways of praying. We can pray by using the words that Jesus taught us to say. We can pray by using other words in the Bible. We can pray by using our own words. Any words will do. We can pray by lighting a candle that tells us that Jesus is here. We can pray by singing a song to God. We can pray with other people in a group or a community. We can pray all on our own. We can pray by looking at a picture, maybe the Stations of the Cross. When we look at it with our eyes, we can think about God's love with our hearts. We can pray by quietly reading a book and listening to God in silence. What's your favourite way of praying? And there are loads of different places we can go to pray. We can pray in a church. We can pray at home. We can pray on a train or on a bus. We can pray in our own room. We can pray in other rooms, including when we're cleaning our teeth or sitting on the loo. We can pray in a park or in our garden. We can pray anywhere, including up a mountain. Prayer is one of the best things that we can ever do with our time. Everyone can pray. You don't need to climb up any ladders, and you don't need to travel to anywhere far away. You also don't need to buy any expensive equipment. All you need is to take a little bit of time to be with God. And so your challenge this week is to pray every day. Take some moments to be with God and pray in the way that you want to pray. It is completely up to you. And you will find that if you get in the habit of praying, it will change you. God is waiting for you. Why not give it a go?